age, keeping that fairly broad, but not too big. Not trying to target everybody and anybody, but not trying to be too specific and narrow with it, keeping it fairly broad. And then we put in interests if we were covering a big area. So once you put in women 25 to 55, covering a certain location, it comes up with a massive number. But just by adding some interest in, we've managed to get that number down, really. So the next step, if you drag it down the right hand side, is placements. Now we leave that as it is, okay, so don't worry too much about that. That's where the ad will appear, and I'll show you where it's going to appear later on. But for now, placements, leave it as it is, so don't need to be too concerned about that. But the next part you do, so budget and schedule. So just look at my screen share here, okay, and quite simply, this is the amount of money that you're going to spend on your advert, the maximum amount of money. So this money that you specify, you would never spend more than that, okay? And if we look at my my audience size, which is 44,000, which is against what I said, but I'm just doing this just to show you, okay? So I've got 44,000 people that I'm targeting, if you like, okay? So estimated daily results comes up. So you don't reach, as I keep saying, you don't reach your potential reach throughout your ad, okay? That's just the whole, can't see my screen. Linda, can you see my screen? Yeah, okay. Donna, can you see the screen okay? I haven't changed anything. I didn't really touch my computer during the break, just went to get a drink. So did you change anything when you were gone, or when I was gone? Maybe. I mean, I'm still screen sharing. Everyone can see. I'm just trying to think how I can. Did you touch anything whilst? Because
Shirley, have you tried minimising the screen and coming back out? Sometimes it jumps in and out. You should try that.
Thanks, Vicky. Yeah, maybe try that. Does that work? Yeah, thank you, Vicky. Cheers. The thing is, I don't use Zoom on my phone, so it's a little bit tricky to advise on that one, but hopefully that's all good now. So, so going back to it, you reach, if you look at my screen here, I'm going to reach between 9 to 2.6 thousand people a day, which sounds fantastic, right? That's based on the money you spend. So quite simply, the bottom line here is the more money you spend, the more people you can potentially reach, okay? So what we want to do, you've got your budget and schedule. You change that from daily budget to lifetime budget, and then you're going to recoil in horror when you see this, okay? So change it to lifetime budget. That comes up with £350. Now, don't be. That's not saying, oh, you've got to spend £350. Okay, it's just how it is by default. Now, can you notice? Can anyone notice something that's changed with the start and end date? What's changed with that?
1 day.
It's actually
1 month.
Yeah, it's actually a month. So when you change it to lifetime budget, it changes it to a month. I noticed you got all your products there in the background. That's nice. So,
yeah, it's good. That's actually a photograph of my therapy room, but I'm not in my therapy room at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
I need something similar to that because people just keep at San Francisco, but I do like that. So. Yeah, basically what you need to do is set your ad to run. Right, so my recommendation is to run it for 4 days. And what I tend to recommend is doing it 4 days for £20. So I'll show you why. So you change the lifetime budget, click onto it and change it to £20. So I've changed my lifetime budget. We've got Eileen coming back in here now. Let's just let her back in. Okay, cool. So let her back in. So you change your lifetime budget. Now, as you can see, it comes up with a big red exclamation mark. And that's because you've got to spend a minimum of £1 a day for an ad. And we're trying to spend £20 over 30 days. So what you do, you start date. Now, once again, with this thing, there's no exact science to it, okay? But from experience, I think it's better to start an ad from a Thursday running through to a Monday, because then you're covering the weekend. And that seems to work in the sense that some people are off work. Obviously, we're not off work today, but some people are off work Saturday, Sunday. You could try running an ad Monday to Friday, but I suppose you could say like a perceived wisdom in a sense, and it has worked well before for ads I've done in the past. So start it. If you click on the little calendar, right, if you look at my screen share and click on the calendar icon, if I just move that out of the way. So for example, next Thursday is the 9th of July, which is going very quickly. So click on the 9th. Okay. So your start date, really we want to do this for 4 days. So Thursday to Monday is what I'm gonna recommend. Now, end date, as I say, August comes up there. So where are we? Monday. I don't know what mine about. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Some reason that song came into my head. I can't remember what it's from though. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If anyone knows it, put it in the group chat. But starting on a Thursday and ending like on a Monday. Now, what you'll notice when I've done that is the reach. Craig David, yeah, that's one Craig David, but it was a TV show on Channel 4, but we'll talk about that at the end. I'm going off completely off tangent. But yeah, he did do a very famous song about Happy Days, that's the one, yeah. Sorry, it's bugging me. So, what I mean to say is, yeah, you have conversations under reach, and that doesn't, like, don't worry about that. But I'll explain why. So, I've done an ad like this before. We had like, how many messages? We had like 15 messages we had. So that always comes up. That's what it estimates. But I know it looks a bit bad, but you should get more messages than that. So what we're doing by doing £20 4 days, we're not spreading our money too thinly. So if I was to do £20, if I just show you, where are we? Let's do it for like longer. So say 200 to 400 a day. So by doing it, like I say, for where are we? For like 4 days, just getting that bit more reach each day. And this is the good thing about the screen share. I can just show you changes and then it pops up. So, for example, if I did £30 for 4 days, it goes 400 to 1.1 thousand. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, well, why is that not just saying one number? Why is it not just saying like 1,000 people a day, for example? It depends how good your ad is. It depends how well targeted your ad is. So if, for example, in the first day, well, I think it's like the first day or two, you get lots of responses, you get lots of people clicking on the ad, more people see it because Facebook sees that as a signal that it's a good, relevant, targeted ad, and it actually scores ads out of 10 for relevance. So 10's great, 1's terrible, basically. But the more relevant your ad is, the more people see it, because from placement's point of view, they don't want people seeing ads that aren't relevant to them, because then they'll be, getting frustrated and going on to TikTok or Snapchat, for example. So that's why that estimated ranges from like 400 to 1.1 thousand, okay? So the more people that message you, comment, the more people see the ad. Hopefully that explains that okay. So I'll just be a bit daft because this will help it stick in your memory. So I'm gonna go in, see how many noughts I can add. Imagine if I place this ad now. God. So even by putting in whatever insane number that is, if someone can How many is that? Like 3 million? I don't know. But you know, I get 6. I still don't even reach my whole audience. So, but yeah, hopefully that will help you remember. But yeah, so I mean, I could, as I say, the more money you put in, the more potential you've got to reach more people. Dan, why have we selected a messages kind of ad instead of conversion ad? Well, this is lead to conversion. You will get messages into your inbox on your business page, and it's up to you guys to convert them. Now, it might not be from that initial message. It might be they send you a message, and what's this all about? Email me some info. You hear nothing, and then you do another ad, and they might message you again, or they might like. What you could do is get them to like your page, and then maybe they see some of your Facebook lives, and you seduce them over time into becoming a customer. So this, by doing messages, we've got that first point of contact with people, and because it's weight loss as well, it's much better for you guys to be able to get messages from potential clients rather than them just liking a post or commenting on it, because they can start up a private dialogue with you. If you think, going back to Samantha, you know, from her point of view, if she comments on Vicky's ad, for example, okay, click on Vicky for a moment, sees Vicky's ad, comments on Vicky's ad, then her friends may see that she's commented on that ad and may be like, oh, she needs to lose weight. Whereas if she can message Vicky, it's a lot more private for her. So, yeah, that's kind of the reasoning behind it. But yeah, so if you've set your budget, general rule of thumb, £5 a day to get a decent reach. Yeah, so that is that. So that's your budget and schedule. If you scroll down and just check out my screen here, and then click on continue. Okay, now hopefully this is the more fun part. I like to think it is, because we get to see the image that we use and the text as well, and that demystifies some of the rules in and around Facebook. So the first thing to mention is at the top here, you may have a section that says identity. So I'm going to use this page here, DVO training. I still don't know if I've said that right. DVO. But that's just like a blank page at the moment. But make sure that your page is the one that you want to use for your ad. And it's worth mentioning here that this advert does not appear as a post on your page. So I'll repeat that, it does not appear as a post on your page, because we're doing it directly through Ads Manager. We're not doing it as a post on your page and then boosting it, for example. So just be clear that this appears as an ad on people's personal Facebooks representing your page. And once you see a preview of it, that'll make more sense. But just please do check that your page, as I say, is the one that you want it to be, basically. So once you've done that, what you need to do is scroll down, just keep an eye on my screen here, and we've got here single image or video or carousel. Okay, now for the purpose of this exercise, we're going to do single image. In the email, I sent across 2 images that I've used for ads before and that worked really well. If you don't want to use one of those images, because you obviously don't want all the same advert, you can use an after image of a slimmer, okay? So a success story, if you like. That slimmer can have the weight loss ribbon, the weight loss blob, for want of a better word. So they can have those 2 things, but not tape measure, okay? And not baggy trousers. You know, when the people hold up the trousers next to their figure and say, oh, I don't need to wear these anymore. None of those images, but just, as I say, an after image of a slimmer, not a before and after, because that will get disapproved. Don't have a DVO. A DVO is a business page that I used to manage and still do from time to time. So you just need to select your business page. This is I'm showing you my Facebook. So a DVO is just a business that you used to work with, may work with again in the future, but just select your your business page, like one-to-one diet. Just let me know if that makes sense. Vicky's saying why. So good question. Facebook have what they call like a anti-discriminatory policy, so you can't discriminate against people through your advertising based on race, gender, sexuality, personal characteristics. Okay, so you can't. They see the before and after image as a representation of kind of making people feel bad about how they look, even if that's not the intention. So quite simply, do not use before and after images for ads. They will get rejected. That's Facebook's stance on it. Whether you agree with it or not, it is a different thing. But that is why they see the before and after, and the tape measure is kind of like. I mean, one lady put it as fat shame. I don't know if I go that far, even though I know that's not your intention, of course. But that's how they, that's their law, if you like. So yeah, unfortunately not. So. Can you repeat what the image can have? Yeah, sure. So I'll just show you, actually. I think that'll be best, and then you can see. So you've got single image or video, okay? And what I'll do, I'll click on Add Media, okay? So click on that. You can follow this through. So Add Media, and I'll repeat it afterwards. Add Image. And in terms of what you can use, as I say, weight loss ribbon, an after image of a slimmer, and the weight loss blob as well. I'm sure there's a more technical term for that, but I'm going to call it the blob for now. So I did send over those two images before. As you can see, it comes up with account images, okay? These are ones that I've used before. You may notice, what do I mean by blob? Yeah, there's probably a better term for it, honestly. That sounds a bit strange saying that. Let's find the blob. Yeah, the fat blob. That's the one. Right, okay, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this is one I've had before, so I click on continue. This is the one you want to replicate. If there's a more technical term for it, let me know, because I've been saying that throughout the last 2 months. So, yeah, this image is fantastic, and I'll share the reasons why for that. So, where are we? So you can just see straight away the products behind her, the fat blob, and when people see that on Facebook, they'll be like, well, what the hell is that? But it's a way to get round the wording and not being able to talk about weight loss, and we'll get onto that very shortly. You haven't got images. I don't know if I can send them across again. They were on the email. If the thing is, if you're on accessing Zoom on your phone, you won't be able to.
Who needs the image, Dan? I can send it over.
Dana?
Okay, yeah, I'll send it to you, Dana.
Okay, thank you. So just going back to this image here, what you want to think about for your image is what is going to make someone stop scrolling on Facebook and pay attention. And in this case, it's a happy, smiling woman. She's got a weight loss ribbon. She's really proud. You can see it in her eyes. She's got the weight loss blob there. And if you imagine scrolling through, you'd be like, well, what the hell is that? So it's an image that straight away is going to get across a success story. That's what I always think is the best thing to do. Thank you for that, Laura. So I'll show you another example just to sort of emphasize that. So click on the X next to that one. And if you want to upload your image, please follow this through. So you've got media. Click on add media, add image, okay, and then let's just say you haven't uploaded it yet. So what you need to do is click on the upload button, okay, and this is when you get like Laura was just saying, get the image from your computer. Okay, I'm feeling quite peckish actually, seeing people snacking this. So we've had people drinking pink gin on the workshops before, but it is the weekend. For aids you're learning, there we go. So you find the image on wherever you saved it on your computer. Let's just see if I can find, okay, let's just do this one for now. So click on that one there, double click on it, and wait for it to upload. This is how you know, if you've got an image that you want to find. So I've uploaded this image here. This is another fantastic one, by the way, that I sent over. Out of the two, I would recommend this one. The other one's good, but this one's fantastic. So click on continue. And it's a man and a woman actually, but it's the woman that's lost the weight. So let's give her a prop. So yeah, so that image is uploaded, and once again with that one, happy smiling people. It does use some form of a tape measure. I think this is the one-to-one diet one that you guys use now. Because it's blue, it seems to get around the rules. Can't say that for definite, but this ad image has been approved every time. I previously, I sound like it's my slimmer, but I had an image of a slimmer with a tape measure around. That ad got approved 3 times, then it got disapproved. So you've got to be kind of careful, but it's a ribbon, not a tape measure. Oh, okay, I stand corrected. I don't know. So maybe ribbons are allowed, but it's kind of similar. So, but you've got the product there as well. The guy holding it up, obviously happy image and very smiley faces there as well. So that's another good one to use. So we get on the X there. But yeah, if you just upload your image, let me know if you've got any like questions or queries about the image if you're not sure what to use. So add media, just follow this through again, add image. I'll show you one that I've made yesterday actually, or was it the day before? I think it was the day before. Okay, let's just see. Mine isn't uploading. It might be because the image is potentially too small. Let me know if you just unmute, just let me know what's happening there and I can hopefully assist. So it's the one you sent. Which one?
Hello,
if you just
Dan.
unmute. Oh, hello, Pam. Yeah, can you find?
It's the one that you're doing. The one you were doing on screen with the ribbon and the husband and wife.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So I did single image or video, and then I went down to add image. It says add 1, add 2, add image. Pressed on that and selected the image.
And
Do you have to double click it? It's got a blue square around it now.
Yeah, and then if you just look at my screen, if that's okay. So I'll just show you. That's a good sign if it's got that blue. So add image. Okay, so for example, that's blue. Yeah, and then click continue. The blue button next to cancel.
Yeah, did that.
Okay, and then it should. This is when it doesn't upload. No, it should. Is it okay now or?
No.
What's it saying?
Upload the highest resolution image available. 500 pixels, no maximum resolution. Recommended file, JPG or PNG. To maximise delivery, use little or no overlaid text.
Yeah, I mean, that's on the right-hand side. That's there by, okay, I know I keep saying by default, but that's just there all the time. So that's not like a warning message. That's just guidance that they put there to like say what size image to use. So if you scroll down, if you look at my screen, scroll down, can you see it on a preview under the name of your page?
No.
Maybe try the other image. It should, if you click continue, it should play fine. I'm just trying to think why it wouldn't. What's it saying? Is there any message or?
No, it's nothing. It's got because at the moment there's an image there of my business card,
Mm-hmm.
And then next to that it says change image. Do you think perhaps I should click that first and then go back?
Yeah, if there's an image, yeah, if you, so underneath media, if you click on clear images, you see that there? You look at my screen there, got media and then clear images. So if you click on that one, so clear images, and then it goes.
Try that. Oh, it's not clear in it. The thing is that we've got such terrible internet here, you never quite know. Right, looks like that image is cleared. I'll try again.
Okay. Just.
Sorry to hold you up.
No, it's okay. If it just see if it works now. Sorry. Right. So you click on Add Media, and then you've got the images in your account. But just to recap on that one. So click on Upload, and then find the image on your computer. Double tap on it. Wait for it to upload, and then it'll appear in the top left-hand corner. Wait for it to load up, and then click on Continue.
It's appeared now. I think I had to clear image first.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Cool. So, yeah. So this is what I made earlier. I grew up watching Blue Peter, so always wanted to say that. But yeah, I mean, you can. I know it's a bit of a pain not being able to use before and afters, but what you can do, and I'll put this in the group chat now, is use something called Canva. We're not going to cover that today, but Canva.com is like a free graphic design tool, and it's got all the templates for the different Facebooks, like Instagram posts, Facebook posts. So you could have a little play around with that. That's how I made this image here, Canva.com. And you can put the one-to-one diet logo on your images as well. So that might be quite useful if you want to crop a before and after and just have the after image in there. Has anyone not uploaded an image? Just let me know in the chat, or just give us a shout. Okay, so no one's saying they haven't got an image, so I'm going to assume that everyone's got that. But just to recap, okay, Donna. Gillian's fine. Okay, Donna, just let me know if you just unmute. Let me know what situation is.
Right, I've saved your photos, but I can't find them to upload them. I don't know where they've saved to. I completely just can't access them on my laptop.
Try the desktop, because sometimes it all downloads. Just normally it stays there by default.
No, they're not on the desktop.
How about download folder?
Hang on, let's have a look. How do I get into that?
Should just be a yellow, if you're on Windows, like a yellow folder that says download. Let's just see if I can replicate that on my screen.
I'm in it now, but
Okay, is there any image there at all? Or?
I don't know, there's lots of folders. Oh yes, I've got them. Yes. So I can see both of them. I can see both of them here. How do I get them to go where I want?
Yes. That's right. If you double click on one of them, so basically choose the one that you want.
Yeah, got it.
Double click on it, and then wait for it to be added to the images there and then click on continue. So
It's appeared on the screen now.
Okay. To select it, if you look at my screen, I don't know if you can see my screen still. So you click on it. So let's say I'm selecting the newly married couple.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And then there's the blue lining around it to indicate that you selected it.
No.
So if you, does it say select images, like on my screen?
No. Just says see all photos or no.
So
no, I've just got see all photos. Add to.
So did you double click on the image that you wanted from your computer?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. And then did it take you to a screen that looks a little bit like mine at the moment? You just check that one out?
No, it's taken me to a screen that's just got that photograph on it. And then it doesn't say anything really.
Dan, I just wonder, are you actually in your files of your computer rather than in the Ads Manager?
I'm in the files, yes.
Okay.
So you need to go back to your Ads Manager page now.
Right, okay. Okay, I'm back in it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So are you? If you go back to it, it says media. So I tell you what you need to look. If you look at my screen.
Yeah.
Scroll down, and then it says format, carousel, single image or video.
Yeah.
So scroll down to add media.
Yeah.
Okay, and then add image.
Right. All I've got is 6 images of things I think that I've used previously. Yeah, one of them is a photograph of me. Okay. So I got to go to upload?
Yeah, that's the one, yeah. So I'll follow it through as well. And then click on downloads, because that was the folder that you found it in before. Okay. And then click on the image. Double click on the image.
No, I'm sorry, but there's nothing coming up in downloads at all.
Okay.
No.
So that wasn't where you found it, or?
Let me just try this one.
Okay.
No. I've only got old downloads in downloads. I've got nothing. You may have to just leave me behind at the moment, and I'll catch up some other time.
How about? Just trying to think where else it would be. Not on your desktop, because you did say you saw it before.
When you told me where to look just now, I saw it. Yes, it's not in pictures. It's not in downloads. All I've got is loads of tape measures coming up and old images that I've used.
Is there an image of a slimmer that you could use, perhaps?
No, there isn't. There's nothing on there at all. There's there's lots of tape measures. There's something that I put on ages ago. Nothing at all.
Just trying to think. So definitely not in downloads.
No.
Okay.
This is not fair because I'm holding everybody up.
Okay, we'll keep. I'll tell you what. Keep having a look for it. You've got plenty of time. And then what I'll do is I'll go onto the wording, and you can just sort of carry on with that, and I'll hopefully be able to find an image for you soon. So if we scroll down to primary text now, I've got text that I wrote earlier, and I've just put it up on the screen now. So I'm going to explain why I've done it, and what I'll do is I'll copy it into the group chat. If you can do this, you can take a photo if you feel free to. But type this. Okay, so this is a template for the text. Obviously, you want to not all have the same ad, as I keep stressing. We want to do different ads so we don't all look the same. But in terms of the rules, so I'll just put to the group chat now. Okay, so I put it in the group chat if that makes it easier, but if not, I'll just explain it through. So with your wording, don't mention diet. I know that's quite counterintuitive, but don't mention diet. Don't make direct health claims. Okay, so don't say something like, "Oh, this can lower blood sugar level, help with diabetes, and other things like that." You can't. You've got to be kind of. So the ruling is that you can't word it in a way that makes people feel negative about themselves. So, for example, if I put in here, "Do you feel bloated? Are you overweight? Do you need to diet?" You're assuming that I need to diet. Well, I don't, because I'm good weight. But what I mean to say is that you can't discriminate against people on personal characteristics, whether it's intentional or not, of course. So you can't say something like, as I say, "Are you bloated? Do you need to lose weight?" Because you're assuming, negative things. So the way to think about it, the way to actually word your wording for your ads, is to focus on the positives of what you offer and talk about how you help people get specific results. So I'll read this through now and explain that a bit further on. So with this sort of template text that I've got here, I've realised I haven't actually got an image. I'm just going to put an image on after all that back and forth. Let's just pick this one from yesterday. You need to practice what you preach, don't you? So anyway, let me help you achieve the results you want with one-to-one virtual support and free products direct to your door. Now, those are the first 2.5 lines. And as you can see, if you look at the preview here, I don't know how well you can see that, but those are the most important bits of your text, okay? Because that, in all honesty, that's all most people read. That's just one example, so you can change it as you see fit. But notice that I've not mentioned one-to-one diet. I haven't mentioned anything about losing weight. I haven't mentioned anything about diet. I've just said, let me help you get to where you want to be with my one-to-one virtual support and free products direct to your door. So that's one example of the opening line. A bit like with a newspaper headline, that's, the thing that's going to catch people, if you like. So when you see, this is a preview how it will look on the Facebook newsfeed. So that's going to, straight away, that puts two benefits of the service in. And then following on from that, you probably can't, I'll read it all out. So based in Torbay, because that's where I'm based, I've helped thousands of women for over 6 years to achieve their personal goals. Now, when someone reads this, they want to know that it's relevant to them. So say based in Colchester, based in Reading, and they think, well, I'm based in Reading, I'm based in Colchester. I've helped thousands of women. I'm not a woman, so I'm not going to keep reading this, but you're kind of tailoring your text to the audience that you specified before. So, and you're also quantifying your experience as well. So I've done this for over 6 years. So me, let's say I am a woman based in Torbay, okay? I'm going to role play a little bit. That's always popular. So, based in Torbay, that's one. Okay, women. I'm a woman. She's done it for over 6 years. So it's kind of quantifying your offer a little bit. And then onwards from then, you can see that it's all short. It's like two to three lines. It's quite short and snappy as well. I'm now offering a one-to-one virtual service to help you get the results you want, whether it be dropping a dress size, getting summer ready. I'm not saying, do you need to get summer ready? Are you not summer ready? I'm saying I help people get those results, whether they want to drop a dress size or want to get summer ready, or beat the lockdown blow, or make lifestyle changes. So I'm not asking a direct question to the person. I'm just saying this is what I do. This is what I help people achieve. So it's more indirect in that sense. And then saying how you do this. I do this through weekly FaceTime calls, products to suit everyone. It's not just shakes, free delivery or collection. And then I just sign off by saying where I'm based again, how to get in touch, how to send a message. So that's kind of the structure of it. But as I say, don't mention weight loss, don't mention diet, but when you see the preview of the ad, now I know I've used this page just as a dummy page for the sake of the workshop today, but it will say one-to-one diet Peter Walters at the top, or one-to-one diet Vicky Roberts at the top. So it will say weight loss or diet at the top of the ad, and obviously your image will suggest that it's a weight loss service. So I know that's kind of, against what you might like to do, but yeah, it's kind of focusing on the positives of your hobby. Always, the best way to think of it is remember, am I writing this in a way that might, be asking someone a question that assumes something negative about them? So any questions on that at all? Silence. Okay. Where do we put the text? Yeah, just in the primary text bar here. Okay. So I have copied into the chat, but I know you possibly won't be able to access that. But yeah, that's one reason why I'd get rejected, is that they say, I actually saw quite a good one yesterday when I was on Facebook. It was a personal training one, admittedly, but they just said they're looking for 10 men in Bournemouth, because my Facebook profile still set to Bournemouth, who want to transform and feel great this summer. So that's another example of wording you can use as well. So as I say, it's kind of using emojis as well to get the message across quickly, because people process images 60,000 times quicker than text. An emoji is an image. Admittedly, it's a cartoony style image, but that is why I use emoji. And that dress one is a good one. Let's face it, it is a good one. So I'm going to put that in to my first couple of lines, okay? And, because we're targeting this at women, got a woman with a nice dress there, dress emoji in, it all links up together. But say if it was men, dropping a jean size, more masculine emoji, so kind of using the boxing glove emoji, beat the lockdown bloke, for example, that could be one that's a bit more masculine. Making life lifestyle changes. I'm going to put that in there now, actually. So sorry, I know I'm just firing this all at you, but where do you get emojis? I'll just show you something. So there's another example one. So emojis, you've got the little smiley happy face there at the top. Now I didn't know this till the other day. Someone actually pointed it out. So I learned something the other day from someone who pointed it out to me. So you click on there. Oh, just lost them. So here you've got the little emojis here, and you can just search through them. So let's click on the lipstick one.
Can you do that again, please, Dan?
Yeah, sure. So primary text, and just at the just there, it does disappear quite quickly, actually, so it caught me out there. So the little smiley man there, okay, and then click on that, and then you've got the different categories of emojis here at the bottom, so you can click on those. That's a sport one, that's the vehicle one, for example. So we're just going to select the car one just to show you. So, and it appears in there, and then you can just drag over it, and then right click, copy, and then just I just put it in there, right click and paste. I don't have emoji coming up. Do I need to download or to get them? There is a website that you can use. I'm going to bring that up on screen now. So emojipedia.org, and I'll put that link in the group chat. So Emojipedia is an encyclopedia of emojis. It is 2020 after all, so you can search for emojis. So let's just do the dress one. Okay, search for dress, and then dress is there. Click on that, and then copy and paste this emoji. So click copy. Copy button there, sorry, and then come into it, and then right click, and then paste. So that's a website you could use, Vicky, just to, I don't have a little menu either. So yeah, try using Emojipedia. You don't have to put all these emojis in, but it'd be good to put some in at least. Curious why you have that entire menu. I don't know. I don't have any of those options. Sarah, so I don't know when you say those options. I mean, do you mean the emoji? That what you referring to? I'm not totally sure whether it's something
And
else.
you've got next to where you're writing primary text, and between next to the image, you've got a little menu. So you've got the Facebook icon. Where you went for the emoji one, there's like the Instagram logo, the Messenger logo. I haven't got that at all.
Oh, I see. Okay. Are you, just to check, are you on laptop, PC, or tablet?
PC, I'm on the Mac.
Okay. It does look a bit different on your Mac as well, I'm afraid. So these icons here are like a preview of each ad. So, preview of how it will look on each different place. So, for example, if you look at my screen at the moment, that's how it's going to look on desktop. So I'm click on there. That's how it will appear on people's desktop computers, the ad. Mobile, which is most people access on mobile, about 90%, 95% mobile to access Facebook. So that's how it appears on their smartphones. And then Facebook Stories, that's how it appear on Facebook Stories as well.
Right, okay.
So, but don't worry too much about that. It's just with your Apple Macs, the order of it's slightly different, similar to the tablets as well. But
Cool. Okay, I'll find it somewhere else. That's cool. Thank you.
all right, cheers, thank you. Yeah, so going back to the wording as well, avoid making those help items. If you make any significant changes to the text, please do let me know in the group chat. But let's just show you another example of a text. Okay. Spelled that wrong. It's because everyone's watching me. Right. I feel so much lighter now. Oops. Said Lisa after sticking to her plan 100% of the way. Suspense. So yeah, that's a different example of the first couple of lines, if you like. So that we just wait for it to see on the preview here. Go back to Facebook. Yeah, I feel so much lighter now, so at least I've sent it. So it's kind of a bit of sparking a bit of curiosity. Well, why does she feel lighter, and what is this plan? In fact, I'm going to change that to one-to-one plan. Make that capital as well. So another example, just do it like the first few lines. I feel something like now. So Lisa, after sticking to a plan, a one-to-one plan, 100% of the way. So that's another example of like a customer testimonial style wording for your ads. So you could use that as well, or instead. Sorry. Now I've got the examples here of what you're doing here is you're breaking everything down to make it easy to digest. Excuse the pun, but just when people read things, they don't want to read massive long paragraphs. Typically, when they're reading on their phone, they like to it's kind of like writing for the web, so it's just shorter paragraphs, 2 to 3 lines, for example, just so people can take it in a lot quicker. And you kind of like bullet listing, for example, the services that you offer and how you help people, so they can just quickly pick off each individual part. So dropping address size, getting summer ready. What's the maximum character allowed in the ad self text body? I don't know, but it's not restrictive. So you can add in more text definitely, but we don't want it too long. In all honesty, I would say, and this is just my guesswork, that URLs don't include the website only because somebody that came on a workshop previously, she said she did try to do a website to get traffic to her web page. The ad got rejected because it led to a diet website. So it may or may not work, but I would just exclude that to edge on the side of caution. Now, the way I talk about this, you may be thinking, well, why not just try it and see if it works? So what happens is you do this ad, for example, and you say you put in something about weight loss or diet by accident, okay? It gets rejected. But if you keep getting ads rejected, you may lose the ability to advertise for your Facebook business page because your ad account gets suspended. So you can get away with it a few times, but they do this since the start of this year. They do seem to be cracking down on it quite a lot. And that's just based on feedback from previous workshops. So just that's why I'm always a bit, let's be careful here. So making long-time lifestyle changes, drinking lots of water. But making long-time lifestyle changes, beating a lockdown blow, there's another one. Write that one in there. These are just a few examples. I've used two. I haven't used beating the lockdown blow, which I've spelt wrong. Okay. You don't really need to put the URL of your business page because they can send you a direct message through here. So if you scroll down, just check my screen here. If you've done the text, this is the final part. So I'm going to move on to the headline, and we're nearly there. So the headline sits here. If you look at my screen, chat on Messenger, okay, that's what it says by default. Now, we just want to change that to something a bit more personal because chat on Messenger sounds very robotic and impersonal. So you got their send message. As soon as someone sees your ad, they click send message, they send a message directly through to your business page inbox, okay? But we want to encourage them to do that. So, for example, you could copy this. There's one example. Want to learn more about the one-to-one plan? Okay. So the thing with the text is for the headline, which is just here underneath headline, you want to word it in a way that's going to encourage people to send you a message. So it's what we call in marketing, social media marketing, a call to action. So someone sees the ad and they know straight away how to take action on it. Gives them like a prompt. So that's one example. Want to learn more about the one-to-one plan. Okay. Another example, if I just put it up here. Get your free initial consultation today. Quite upbeat. So it's kind of, once again, the headline is something that's going to encourage people to hit that send message button. So get your free initial consultation today. Do you want to learn more about the one-to-one plan? Start your journey today. Those are just a few examples. But it's a phrase that's going to encourage people to hit send message, basically. So something that's going to, point them in the right direction, shall we say. And it is this is the good thing about doing an ad on Ads Manager rather than boosting a post, is that you get to customize the headline. And it's very important to have that call to action in there, just so people see it and they know straight away how to take action on the ad. Because I know it sounds like simple, but it's a thing that a lot of Facebook ads miss, is a call to action. So this call to action is getting a free initial consultation, and with that text, it gets across a benefit as well, is that you get a free initial consultation. So, you know, what have you got to lose? You chat to somebody, and then if you're not interested, you're not interested. So it's getting across a benefit, and it's giving you direct call to action. So is anyone still working on their primary text or headline? Just let me know, please, in the group chat. Okay, so nobody's indicating that they're still working on that. So I'm going to show you the final step that we need to take to actually place the order for that ad. So if you check out my screen here, scroll down. Okay, now message template, you can change that. Okay, that's cool. But we're not going to change that because it is slow. So if I was to change it, it does take a long time to change that. It's very slow, but you would go and create. We're not doing that now. Okay, so don't touch this for now. But for next time, you can certainly change it. But this is what the message template looks like, and it's fine for the purposes of what you do. So basically, they select one of these, and then you lead into a conversation. But you can click create and try that. But please don't do that now, because it is always slow. But for future reference, click on create, and you can add your own options. It's quite sort of straightforward to do, but it is a little bit laborious. So just leave that for now. Scroll down. Okay. What I want everyone to do, please, is click on review. Okay. Wording might be slightly different depending on what system you're on. And then review is basically, as it suggests, a review. You know, here's who you're targeting. Remember, we target people by local location, age, potentially interests as well. So mine's Reading, Oxford, some interest in there. This is where the ad appears, Facebook. Instagram, if you've got Instagram and Facebook linked up together, it will appear on Instagram as well, but not as a post on your page, just as a paid ad on Instagram, on Facebook, and Facebook Messenger as well. Okay, so it appears in a lot of different places, but basically the place it appears most is the place that it's doing best. So lots of people are clicking on it on Messenger, appears more there, more of the money goes to there. Now, I'm not happy with my ad set name. Ad set name isn't really anything to worry about. Nobody sees that apart from you, so that's fine. That's just there once again by default, the ad set name. So I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't bother honestly renaming it, because it's just there for your reference. So my options, no, you can leave Facebook Marketplace now, that's fine. So the final option, once you're happy with all this, is to click confirm. Okay, so I'm going to follow through and then I'll have to turn it off, but you click confirm. Once you do that, be patient with it. It'll take a minute or so to upload, but it takes up to 24 hours for an ad to be approved or disapproved. Typically speaking, it takes a few hours, and you'll get a notification on Facebook saying your ad has been approved or your ad's been disapproved. So keep an eye on your Facebook app this evening or later on today or tomorrow if you wish to do so, and you'll get a notification that your ad's been approved, and then it will run from next week or whenever you set it for. Excuse me. So what you'll see, once again, as I said before, there's a lot going on here. So it should say scheduled or in review. Okay, on the delivery bar. trying to find where mine is. Got some blue things on there. I have a message saying payments disabled. Okay. May need to add a new payment method. Just trying to think. So I'm going to turn mine off. I'll be with you in a second. Let me just try and. There it is. So scheduled. Scheduled. There it is. Facebook Saturday. Scheduled. I'm going to turn it off. This is how you turn the ad off if you want to. So obviously I've done this for the sake of the workshop. So you just click there, the little switch, and to the left-hand side, and it goes grey, and then it's off. So let me just, if you unmute, just let me know what's happening there. Okay, so it should say delivery, scheduled, or in review.
No.
What does it say?
Mine says we found one error. Payments are not available for your role. Please check the permission on your ad account.
Okay, are you the okay, so it's your business page, your Facebook business page for the Ones on Diet.
Correct.
Did you create that page?
I did.
And you're admin on it?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, if you credit, you would be.
Yeah.
Do you have more than one Facebook personal account?
I think I do.
Okay. Sorry, I know it gets a bit tricky. So this, right, okay, so this personal Facebook account that you're in now,
Yeah.
is that the one that you created the page with?
Correct.
Do you remember? It is, okay. I'm just trying to think how, and you've got a payment method in there.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So it is basically, sorry, I know you just said it, but can you read that out again?
I say it says we found one error. Payments are not available for your role. Please check the permissions on your ad account.
So that would indicate that you don't have permission to run ads, really.
Is it in my settings then? Have I set it up wrongly then, do you think?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I'll just show you quickly on screen now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're an ads manager at the moment?
Yes, I am.
Still. Okay, so you've got the little hamburger menu at the top next to the F. You just have a look at where I'm at.
No, I'm not seeing that. I'm not on that page. It didn't go to that page because it's still on the other page where the advert's still, where I've reviewed it. It won't let me go any further.
Okay. What it might be best to do then, is it give you an option to close on the bottom left-hand side?
It says, yes, close, yeah.
Okay, what you can do is close and then save it to a draft.
Okay, close. Close and save to draft, correct, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, done.
Yeah, so at least that way you don't lose it. And then you should, in theory, you should come back to the page that looks like this, the Ads Manager page. The starting point that we started off with today.
No, it's got the page that comes back. It says campaign name. It's got the ad name. It just says special ad category, message and publish or disregard draft at the bottom or close.
Yeah, if you click on close.
Close. Okay. Okay.
And then hopefully it kind of takes you back to Ads Manager, the top left-hand
Yes.
side. Okay, and there's the
Yes, I'm there now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So there's the three lines, the hamburger menu. Click on there. Now I'm just trying to remember. I'm pretty sure it's billing.
I haven't got the Hamburg. I've got the same screen, but at the top of mine it says campaign, and then I've got the home screen in the left hand column, business tools, my weight page, account overview, and campaigns. I haven't got the. It doesn't say ad manager.
Are you on? Is it facebook.com Ad Manager at the top?
It says business facebook.com /ads manager /manager/campaign.
So, if you go onto the address at the top and type in facebook.com Ads Manager, hopefully
Ads
that'll
manager.
get us to the
Okay,
same place.
let's do that then. Facebook.com Ads Manager. Is it managers with an S at the end?
No, just manager,
Okay,
singular.
just take this out. So it's a bit slow. Oh my goodness, it goes on forever. Ads Manager. Okay. Yeah. So it's clicking over the page. Now it's gone to Ads Manager page, and I've got a lot of girls, some images, add friends. It says Ad Manager. It just says Ad Managers. Manager.
Yeah, Ads Manager, and then it should. Does it look similar to this screen on?
Nothing like that at all. Nothing like it at all. It's just got Ad Manager. It's got a picture of some bloke.
Are you,
Oh, Ads Manager. Ads Manager. Sorry, I've got Ad
Yeah.
Manager. Okay. Okay, sorry. Ads. Change that to an S. Now we're doing something in haste.
might have been me saying it wrong.
No. I thought, what's this random people doing on my screen? The contents, Facebook.ads manager.
Yeah, facebook.com/ads manager.
Yeah. It's coming up. This content isn't available right now. Let's just make sure.
Yeah, so it's facebook.com/ads
/ads
manager. Ads manager.
I've got manga. Sorry.
That's all right.
Ads manga. It's missing an A. Manager. Okay. Okay, let's try this. That's looking a bit better. Yep, looking exactly like your screen. But it comes up with campaign. I haven't got that hamburger at the top though.
Okay. Have you got anywhere to click and then go to billing?
Billing. There was something on the left. Campaign, account overview, business tool.
Yeah, try that.
Or business home.
Try business
Tools. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, gone in there. So it's giving me Ads Manager. It's at the bottom. It says account quality, billing, brand safety, business
Billing.
billing. Okay, yeah.
Does look different on.
Different. I'm on what am I on? MacBook. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Right. So it's come back. It's got all the warnings. It says account event trail. Ads account status warning. There was some unusual activity on your ads account, so we've protected by stopping your ads. We will start your ads again using the current balance once you verify your account with us. So do I need to go?
Yeah. Are you okay to do that now?
Yeah, I'll do that right now. Yeah, let's click on that.
Okay.
So,
Because I know somebody else is having a similar problem. Let's just.
so when it says own your account, it's just my name, is it?
was somebody here that it came up. I'm sure it came up. Vicky, if you unmute, I think you had a similar kind of issue.
Yeah, so, well, I think I know what it is, but so I've used the same credit card that I've paid a big bill for this morning at the garage, and I think it's identified that
Please let me know
it looks a
who
bit
had-
dodgy. So it's to
Okay.
get payment for it. I've replied back and said, yeah, it is okay, it is genuine, but now it says that if any of your transactions were declined, you wish to proceed, please contact the retailer as you may need to make the payment again. How do I do that? Do I need to go into the settings and I've also got a VAT issue as well, which I'm trying to resolve. So it's just the payment issue. So I'll just need to go through my settings.
Yeah,
So don't
the
worry
best.
with everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do, it is a bit of a pain. I keep saying it's a bit of a pain, but it's a bit of a pain to get hold of Facebook. But you can get hold of them, and I'll just show you on my screen share here. He says. It's Facebook Business Support, okay?
Mhm.
And then the first result that comes up, you click on it, the Facebook Business Help Center, and there's like a direct chat that you can have with them. But you kind of got to kick their ass a little bit, because sometimes they can fob you off. They tried to fob me off the other day, and I got quite irate with them in it.
Is it not possible to sort of duplicate it and redo it to pay that way, or?
You could try doing that, yeah. But just to show you here, get started. That's where you go if you need to speak to them directly about like those kind of account issues. So I'll put that link in the when are we finishing? We're finishing now basically. Just want to make sure that everyone's okay. So there's the link to them, and you could actually speak to them direct about it if you can't get it resolved. But you could try and do the ad again and see if that goes through. Is that okay?
Yeah, my card's just being cautious because there's two items.
I suppose it's a good thing in a way, but it's a bit of a thing to get around. Cool. Okay.
So Dan, sorry.
When are we finishing? We're finished now.
Sorry.
Basically.
So Dan.
What I'm gonna say, thanks everyone for joining us today. Hope you found it useful. If you could spare me less than a minute and leave me a review on the business page, would really appreciate it. And just put the link into there. It's Your Social Media Assistant on Facebook. Your Social Media Assistant, Dan Bull, I should say. Thank you, Laura. Glad that you've enjoyed it. Take care. So yeah, I've just put the link to my page in there. Do the blogs and little tips of articles if you find that useful. Let me know, and hope you found it useful and valuable. I know it's quite a lot to take in, really, even over we're just over 2 hours now actually, but practice makes perfect, as they say. You could try doing this similar process on the Ads Manager app on your phone. Had some problems with that a few weeks ago, but you could try that as well. Maybe that's might be a bit easier, but thank you, Pam. Thank you, Vicky. So do one-to-ones as well if you're interested. Please get in touch. Those are 2-hour sessions over Zoom or any more. I'm getting into the pitch now. So do one-to-one sessions. Do that through TeamViewer. Thank you, Poppy. Or Zoom. So it's tailored to your needs over 2 hours. So you could do that. Or you want to get all your homies together again. Do Instagram, Facebook Foundations, which is a new course that starts this week. 2-hour course. A lot easier than this. I have to say, it's more about content, how to do Facebook Lives, how to do Facebook Stories. We do that on your phone, so it is a bit more gentle and a good introduction. So Facebook Foundations, that's a new course starting this week. I'm really looking forward to doing that. So if you're interested in that, speak to your sponsor, and we can, if you've got the interest, we can arrange that for August. Because we've got some dates in August for that. Instagram, beginner, intermediate training as well. All 2-hour courses, or just over 2-hour courses. Can do that as a group. So if you are interested and you want to coordinate, maximum number's 20. There's no minimum number really, but you could get 5 of you together and split the cost. Course costs £200, so you can split that between 10 of you, or split it between 5 of you if you want to do that. So Instagram, yeah. So I think that's my shameless plug over, but hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good Saturday evening.